Hello again. I enjoyed watching 45 RPM audio file this morning again, Michael Ludwig in Dusseldorf, and I was really inspired by his, extra special um, collection of records. Unfortunately, I'm not in that financial bracket, but it inspired me to show what I have on my Hendrix on vinyl. I have quite a few CDs as well, but this is the Australian cover and also the British English cover I've experienced, which I much prefer to the American, which is a really awful psychedelic looking thing. But I think this is much better, a bit classier. But this is my original I've had since I was 16 on the beautiful International Polydor label. Yeah, mono. And considering how long I've owned this, it's in outrageously good condition. I've always looked after my records. If anything has ever happened to them, someone else has come in and played it and done something to it. But this one is still pretty good. I don't know, I'm no good at maths, but I'm thinking it's more than 50 years old. I'm nearly 70, so yeah, it has to be more than 50 years old. Um, yes, and what got me going was, if you watch this, Michael, was was it UHQ? You know what I mean? Access Bowl Club that you showed, which has just got me drooling. This is an original mono Australian that I've had since early '68. I got it cheap. It didn't sell like the first album in my local record store. Had about 5 copies, and I think they were $5.25 or something. I got it for $3.85. I wish I'd bought all 5 copies. Um, Also on the gorgeous. This is the mono. Also on the very classy Polydor International. In yeah, but this one has been absolutely belted. This album changed my life. There's 3 albums that totally blew my mind. You got to remember, this is back in the '60s when stereo wasn't normal. It was only for classical and some jazz. It was not for the rock and pop market at all. So to hear, which I still have my mono first pressing Pepper, that to hear that blew my mind. It still does. Every time I play my mono Pepper, and I will not listen to it in stereo. It's just unlistenable to me. Um, every time I play that, it's an experience. I never ever tire of it. The same goes for Axis Boulder's Love. This is a masterpiece. I bought it the next album after. I'll show another copy of Axis Boulder's Love, but this is my favourite Hendrix album by a mile. It's poetry. It's pure poetry. It is genius. Now, this is a re this is a mono copy I bought a few years back, which has been put out, and this is the like 180 gram or 200 gram heavy cardboard cover. And it sounds fantastic. Now, I don't. Other people might not agree with me, but yeah, it's track. It's not the original track, obviously, and it did come out on track in England. This is what do you call it? I'm just trying to see when it came out. I bought it at least probably 10 years ago or something. It comes with a poster. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's a silly old bugger. Look, I haven't got the info. It's honestly, it's one of those. It's like one of those classic records or one of those companies. I can't see anything here that says anything. No, it says Experience Hendrix label. So it's heavy vinyl, and I reckon it sounds absolutely fantastic. I know Experience Hendrix vinyl has been a bit dodgy at times with some of the stuff they put out, but I find this extraordinary. It's my original mono is a little bit on the light side, which I don't mind because it's not his. It's sort of his first, Are You Experience? His heavy first one is quite a heavy album in many ways. Access Boulder's Love's not a heavy album. It's very poetic, very almost jazzy. It's a jazz. It blew my mind when I heard that. I think when I bought it, I played it about. I bought it and I literally played it all weekend. Just I play it and turn it over, play it, turn. I just played it and played it. It was so different to a 16-year-old's ears. It was like something from another planet. It was jazzy. It was psychedelic. Oh my goodness, what can I say? This album still blows my mind. And every I'm sorry, it's winter. This is lousy weather. It's it still blows my mind. Anyway, and here I have, which is his best album. To me, sonically, this is his best album by a mile. Electric Ladyland. Sonically, this is really, it's on the fantastic red polydor, the normal polydor. This is a mid-70s reissue. I had the Australian one from the from '68, which got virtually worn out, and this one sounds absolutely terrific. Um, and the Gods Made Love first track side one. It's just I got a pretty decent system, and to hear that roaring out of the speakers going from side to side. I don't normally like that panning stuff, but on that opening track, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. So, yeah, that's my Hendrix on vinyl. Well, let's face it, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like anything else he did. I mean, apart from the singles, but I didn't like Band of Gypsies or any of that. I knew he'd lost it. He really, as far as those three albums, official albums, are all I care about, plus the singles. I will not listen to a lot of the stuff that they've brought out, in case it just pisses me off. I want to, oh yeah, so anyway, thanks, Michael, for showing that one, the UHQPR, whatever it is. But these ones sound pretty damn good in their own way. I also have a very good technique with taping. I still have a cassette deck, a Yamaha, pretty decent one, and I taped my mono Peppers and my original Australian mono Axis Boulder's Love on the other side, and I in recording parlance, I cut them hot, as they say. I find that I take it right to the red line. And I find that if it goes into a distorted guitar, it doesn't matter if the red line hits higher into the red because it's already a bit distorted anyway. And they come out so punchy, it's incredible. So I tend to, they say, I mean, you can improve on the sound of vinyl if you have a decent cassette deck and buy a good quality cassette tape. You can improve on it just by experimenting, and I like to do my own sort of, not interpretation, but that's what I was going to say. On this one, the you experienced Hendrix Estate, whatever it is, the bass has been brought. This is mono. The bass and drums are really prominent, and it's just, this is the best sounding. This is much better sounding than my original. My original is very soft, lyrical, poetic. This is like pretty crunchy, punchy stuff. And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean in a great way. So anyway, better get off. I'm waffling on.